They're accused of disturbing crimes against his own children is even more legal hot water tonight.
Rodney McWay has been locked up since last December, accused of starving his 4-year-old daughter to death and inflicting serious abuse on her 2 brothers.
A Fox 5 I-Team investigation earlier this year revealed major problems in police procedure leading up to Treasure's death, prompting changes in how Atlanta police work with Child Protective Services.
Now I-Team reporter Johnny Edwards learned Rodney McWay faces even more felony counts. And Johnny, this was over an incident that happened behind bars.
That's right, for allegedly trying to rob another inmate inside the Fulton County Jail using a shank. And this time it seems the intended victim got the upper hand. Rodney McWay hasn't been a free man for the past 8 months, ever since Atlanta police charged him with killing his own daughter, allegedly kidnapping her and her brothers from their mother in Maryland, keeping them locked up in a squalid duplex unit, and depriving them of food and water until 4-year-old Treasure McWay couldn't stand up alone, weighing just 24 pounds.
She was extremely emaciated, just pure bump.
McWay, age 32, already facing 16 felony charges, including murder, kidnapping, and cruelty to children. Now the Fulton County Sheriff's Office accusing McWay of yet another crime, this time against a fellow inmate using a makeshift blade or shank.
A big problem at the Fulton County Jail is the actual facility itself is crumbling. The crumbling facility materials are now being turned into dangerous weapons. Pieces of metal, pieces of brick and cinder block, pieces of cement.
The alleged attack happened here at the Rice Street Jail in cell number 108 back in May. We learned the details just recently through records obtained in an open records request to the Sheriff's Office, revealing yet another callous alleged act by McWay. The account from Jailhouse Incident reports McWay wanted another man's store, meaning items he purchased from the jail's commissary, which sells snacks, socks, underwear, writing paper, and stamps and envelopes, among other things. The surveillance camera shows McWay entering the cell of Duricor Humphrey, a larger man who's also in jail on murder charges. According to his warrants, McWay demanded the goods, then pulled the shank out of his waistband. What happened next? Well, in Humphrey's own words from an incident report, "We got to tussling. He dropped the shank. I picked it up and stabbed him with it." McWay leaving the cell bleeding from deep gashes to his face, shoulder, and back, and empty-handed, now facing 3 more felonies: aggravated assault, possession of a dangerous weapon, and rioting in a penal institution.
So violence becomes a regular and common occurrence with people that are either facing or under sentence for life.
While the new charges don't impact McWay's murder case directly, longtime criminal defense attorney Joshua Schiffer said they might be used as leverage in a plea deal.
Here's what's really going to happen. They got him, from everything I can find, pretty dead to rights on the major murder stuff. They're going to pick and choose and lean on him, and he has a public defender who has a really tough job.
The Fox 5 I-Team's previous reporting on the case found little Treasure McWay's alleged tormentor wasn't the only one to blame in the case. After the kidnapping, police, as well as caseworkers from the State Division of Family and Children's Services, went to the door of the mold-infested duplex unit at least 3 times, looking for the children. But McWay didn't answer the door, police and DFACS didn't coordinate, and the I-Team found police didn't follow their own policies. Following our investigation, Atlanta police announced an overhaul in how it handles calls for assistance from DFACS.
When it comes down to the bottom line of why this child was starved to death, it's because the police did not intervene when they had ample opportunities to do so.
So in other words, they should have kicked the door in.
If the person doesn't answer the door and the door's locked, you kick it in.
Now, the inmate McWay allegedly tried to rob wasn't criminally charged over the shank incident, but the sheriff's office said he received disciplinary jail charges. Duricor Humphrey faces murder charges in the 2021 shooting death of Keon Yarber. After Treasure's death, APD announced an internal investigation into its handling of the 911 calls. We're still waiting on the results, but we did learn at least one officer has been disciplined, receiving, quote, oral admonishment. Russ, Courtney?
Well, so Johnny, do we know what McRae was trying to take from Humphreys? That commissary item that he was trying to take could it possibly have been food, for example?
Oh, well, no, we don't know for sure. The records that we obtained don't spell that out. It could have been food, snacks. It could also have been socks. It could have been stamps. It could have been a deck of cards. We asked the sheriff's office that question directly, and they said they don't know.
The details of the case said what happened with McRae's daughter is just so disturbing. This is just a